Is your time ready?
Yes.
All right. I was sure Bonnie had no idea that when she said, "Hi, Howie," as she always did, my knees turned to jello. She didn't know what a struggle it was to keep my voice normal when I answered back, "Hey, Bonnie." She didn't know the iron self-control it took to walk her home after school every day without throwing my arms around her and kissing her. And she certainly showed no desire for me whatsoever. I was just good old Howie, best buddy, great sense of humor. Friend zoned for life. Not knowing what to do with my turbulent feelings, I kept them to myself. But the situation reached an intolerable level when Bonnie started to date other guys. Guys weren't afraid to put her arm right at the movies or kiss her goodnight when they walked her home. At this point, I could suffer the silence no longer. Howie didn't know the exact moment he'd fall in love with Bonnie. How like it turned to love, how friendship had last-minute romance, when the girl he'd known since first grade had magically developed into the most beautiful girl in 8th. Love may not make the world go round, but it sure make the ride a lot better for poor Howie. He was willing to do anything to get Bonnie's attention, including telling her the truth. Liverworst and Roses by Ellen Comfort. It was lunchtime, and Bonnie was already sitting at her usual spot in the school's cafeteria. It was the perfect moment to reveal my feelings. This cafeteria food is awful. I keep meaning to bring my own lunch like you do, but I never seem to have enough time in the morning. Here, have half my liverwurst sandwich. I have cookies too. Listen, I wanted to tell Howie, I can't. You'll be starving all day, even though your liverwurst sandwich is much better than anything in the cafeteria. No, I don't mind. See, I have to tell you the truth about something. Well, maybe just one cookie. The courage I mustered dissolved faster than a spoonful of sugar in a cup of scalding tea as I watched her eat that cookie. Heavenly. I nearly passed out. Then an idea hit me on the way home as I was listening to my stomach rumble. Bonnie had eaten my apples, my cookie, and finally my liverwurst sandwich. I could make her a special lunch and surprise with her the next day. Might even gift wrap the sandwich and tie it with a fancy bow like a present. Or a rose, one perfect rose. A sandwich, some cookies, a pickle, and a rose. She would marvel at how thoughtful I was, about how much I cared about her. She'd eat the lunch, smell the rose, and know that only someone who loved her very deeply would go through so much trouble. I headed downtown. Bud DeRuss wanted $4 for a rose. I couldn't spend $4 on a rose. Luckily, across the street, I spotted a display of artificial flowers. Maybe a fake rose wouldn't be as bad. It was still a romantic gesture. Besides, a real rose would be dead in a couple of days. This rose would live forever. Every time Bonnie looked at it, she would think of me. However, things were reaching a crisis point. If this romantic lunch didn't work out, I don't know what I'd do. Maybe I'd drop out of school and become a monk. However, the next day, Bonnie was already sitting at her table. "Hello, Bonnie. Your tragic plight moved me." Tragic plight. Your lunch plight. Therefore, I have... Oh, it moved me too. It moved me to get up and make my own lunch. You what? Hastily, I tried to stick one of the bags I brought behind my back, but it wasn't fast enough. "Oh, Howie, did you make me a lunch? What a sweet thing to do." But obviously pointless. "Oh, not at all. I bet your lunch is much nicer than anything that I brought. I just have a liverwurst sandwich." "Howie, what's the matter?" "Now you have 2 liverwurst sandwiches." "Oh, Howie, you made me liverwurst too? What a funny coincidence." "Yeah, hilarious." "And Howie, you put a rose in my lunch. What a sweet thing to do." "Yeah, sweet." I got up and left. The next day I had lunch in the locker room, and the next, and the next. But Bonnie tracked me down. "Howie, why are you avoiding me?" "I'm not avoiding you. And why don't you talk to me anymore? Why don't you eat lunch with me anymore?" "Because you're always with your new boyfriend." "Not at lunchtime. Howie, what's with you? You give a girl flowers, never talk to them again. Do you always give girls flowers before you dump them?" "Dump you? I dumped you?" "What do you call it when you stop speaking to someone?" "Self-defense." "Oh, Howie, don't you want to be friends anymore?" "No, I don't." Honestly, I've never seen you so hurt. I hated myself. "Howie, Bonnie, don't you get it? I like you. I really like you. It's more than just a friend. I've been trying to tell you for over a week." "Oh, Howie, I've been trying to tell you for over a year, and I finally started going out with other guys to managed to get your attention, so you looked at me differently. Wait, you mean you like me? I really like you. Stunned, I gazed at her. Should I hug her? Should I kiss her? Should I throw books in the air and shout, yes? So, what do we do now? We walk home, holding hands. We always share Liverworst sandwiches.